Hey, what's up, everybody? So this is going to be a Yuri's Revenge game on Blood Feud. So basically, this is going to be on one of the smaller maps in Yuri's Revenge. And Soviet, which is Soviet. Sometimes you tank rush, sometimes drone, sometimes they sell MCV. But selling MCV versus another Soviet might be a little risk because you can't really overwhelm them like you can with allies sometimes. So see, this guy's going to try to drone him, see if it works or not. So you see, you got a tank, but that is good that he got the tank, but figure that a drone's 500 and a rhino tank's 900, so it's really only, I mean, it's good, but it's not a super big deal. Like getting a miner kills the miners worth 1400 plus the money that it would have got dumping, which is a big deal. Here, so you see what's going on now? Both players want to attack each other. Since it's a mere matchup, they both have about the same amount of tanks, about the same amount of dogs, one conscript each, and so it's basically like either player they might break even if they attack. You know, if somebody wants to get bold and put the dogs in front and go for it, they would, but both players aren't doing it. But the blues actually are slightly more aggressive because of the fact that he's going in hard. I mean, going in closer. Pink had to stop his minus for a minute, which isn't too bad for 1 minute, but I mean a couple seconds. But I don't want to stop minus. Oh, there, he might clip that miner right there. That miner's got to run away. And this is one problem with the pink player is the fact that he thinks that he's like allies, and when the Soviet comes up, he thinks he's gonna pop a sentry gun and clip him with the sentry gun, and then win the game like that. And then all these like desolators are just gonna like kill him and stuff. But you gotta remember, the Soviet versus Soviet, you can't like really make a try to trap him. You really can't trap him like you do with allies with pillboxes. The equivalent would be a sentry gun. So I mean, you gotta actually take a 50-50 chance to win the fight. Now he thinks he's see that desolator, even if it hits, it probably won't hit all the tanks. And if it hits some of them, it's not gonna hurt him a super lot because rhino tanks have more armor, especially armor versus desolators. It's not like barrage tanks where it just like destroys them. And grizzly tanks, it hurts a little bit more than rhino tanks. But you usually don't see mass grizzlies versus Soviet unless it's a reason for it. And Yuri's Revenge, at least in RA2 you do. So anyway, a lot of desolators say it's starting to get a little complicated because of the fact that there's terror drones in the map, and the fact that if some of the desolators go forward to try to catch some of those rhino tanks, the desolator is going to come up and the drone is going to come up and kill the desolator. So whoever makes a mistake with a drone or a desolator or a group of tanks or a small group of tanks, a partial group of tanks, is going to pay for it. So a mere matchup, you know, you got to remember with like a couple of things. Don't spend too much on base defenses because you're not going to be able to trap the Soviet, and he's just going to go around the base defense and hit you from something else and have more tanks because you spent money doing something else. Okay, so Pink's not doing bad on the defense, but the only problem with the defense is that he shouldn't be defending too much. Defending a little bit, okay. One sentry gun, okay. 2 or 3, maybe too much, but Pink could take. Oh, you know, he got a See what happens when you go defensive like that? Crap like that happens. He's gonna have to use his miners to help his tanks. And his infantry, he actually let his infantry go. So, pink playing defensive and blue playing offensive. The offensive Soviet usually beats the defensive Soviet. And going offensive and waiting for the Iron Curtain and trying to out-tank him late game with industrial plant isn't as good as the way he's playing. And now he's gonna have to try to get lucky with these terror drones to catch up. But an elite Rhino tank probably will win the game unless it gets drawn. And he could actually keep running every time a drone comes on just to win the game. So don't try to make too many sentry. One sentry gun okay, but more than so too many sentry guns or sometimes even infantry and going too defensive is going to lose versus the more aggressive Soviet. Going for a late game industrial plant win and for a super weapon win with Iron Curtain, you might not have enough time to use it and win. So good game.